Hey, Eric Peacock here. We're doing a special Thursday video for you guys. I want to talk about binge eating. We deal a lot with people in binge eating. It's not so much the binge eating, it's the mental problems that it creates. We have this all or nothing concept here in a lot of times when it comes to weight loss and fitness. And all of a sudden we have a bad day eating. We just had the state fair. We got the holidays coming up. You know, there's going to be some binge eating days in there with some of us. You know, and I'll tell you what, all of us, even our fitness professionals, and people think we always eat perfect chicken breasts and broccoli. Doesn't always happen. You know, we have those days where we just kind of go off the wall, we go rogue, and we overdo it. So what do we do about that? Well, number one is you got to get your mind back in place. One bad day of eating isn't going to totally destroy everything. It's kind of like a car. If you get a flat tire, you fix the tire and move on. So you just got to get over it and move on. That was past. It's in the past. It's over now. Move forward. Nobody that gets great results is 100% on their nutrition. Number two is going forward is, you know, what could you do because I know when I eat like crap, I feel like almost like hungover the next day. So sometimes what do you do about the sluggish, kind of the hungover feeling the next day? Well, one of the things I've found is, number one, drink a lot of water, flush that junk out of your system. Number two, you can do a little bit of fasting. You know, this goes back to the Bible. We did fasting in the Bible, but it's real popular now, intermittent fasting. What that does is it allows your body to clear all that junk out of the system without adding more stuff to the pile, in a sense. So a lot of times if I overdo it, I'll put myself on maybe a 16-hour fast, 14 to 16-hour fast minimum, and it just allows my body to clear all that stuff out of there and get back on track quicker. Number three, how can a binge eating day actually work for you? What if you know you got a day coming up and it's like, whoa, there's going to be this big meal or this big event, and I really want to enjoy it? Well, here's the thing. What you can do is you can kind of plan for that, as you can do low carbohydrate days or do a couple fasting days before that and work out the day of the event, and then actually it's kind of like you're taking the sponge and you're draining the sponge of all the water, so when you go to that event you're like the sponge and we're going to just dip it in water, so a lot of those calories are going to get absorbed by your body. And here's the other thing too, is if you're on a constantly low calorie diet and you're not losing weight anymore, sometimes the best thing you can do is have a high calorie day. And I'm not talking about going rogue, but sometimes a planned high-calorie, fun-free day can actually restart your hormones, your leptin and your thyroid in your body, so it kind of reignites the metabolism. Because if you've been doing low-calorie for so long, a lot of times your body's going to shift down, it's going to slow everything down, and throwing a bunch of those calories, it's like dumping a bunch of wood on the fire. It's just going to fire that thing back up. So a couple things with the binge eating real quick to summarize. Don't sit there and mull over it. Don't let it ruin your plan. You know, fitness is 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You're going to have those days 1 step back where you miss a workout or you fall off the wagon. Move on. Number two, if you have it happens and you're feeling like crap, plan some fasting. We call it the feast fast. Do a little bit of fasting afterwards with a lot of water. Number three is if you know you've got one coming on the front end of it, do some low carbohydrate days or some intermittent fasting days in front of it. Work out the day of, do some high intensity work. And chances are a lot of those calories, that way you kind of prime some of the chemicals in your body to absorb a lot of those calories and put them in the right places of storage in your muscles and your liver versus storing them as fat. So those are a couple of my thoughts on binge eating. I'm Eric Peacock, Thursday Nutrition Tip. We'll talk to you later.